This video is for anybody who struggles with time, musicians and non-musicians alike. I'm going to give you a foundation to feel more confident at doing things like dancing at a wedding or improvising on your instruments and having a sense of time throughout. And just as importantly, I'm going to help you practice applying that information, no instrument required. All you have to be able to do is tap your finger or clap your hands. Here's the core truth that you need to know. If you say something like, "I have no rhythm, I can't dance," you're probably confusing two concepts, and that is, rhythm is not the same as the pulse of the music. Rhythm is the arrangement of sounds over a period of time, so something like this is one rhythm, or like those are two separate rhythms that you could do, but you notice that they take up different amounts of time. Underneath the rhythm is the pulse of the music. So while all this rhythm is happening over top, the pulse stays the same. The pulse of the music is like the heartbeat. There's nothing explicitly playing it per se, but it's happening all the time under whatever rhythms are happening over top of it. And your understanding of the pulse of the music needs to be automatic. It needs to be as natural as breathing. Think about it this way. If you're spending any time thinking about the pulse of the music, as a musician, you're taking your mental energies away from the other things you should be focusing on. And that's no good. So in this video, we're actually going to work on making it automatic. How are we going to do that? All you have to do is tap your finger or clap your hands and have fun. Let's create our groove. Basically, we're going to be doing 4 clicks per cycle, and it's going to be one slightly louder one followed by 3 slightly softer ones. I put in headphones so that I can make sure I'm right with the click that I want to set. So here we go. Loud, soft, 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 loud, soft, soft, soft. Do, do. So go ahead and do this with me. Do, do, ba, da, da. And really lock in. So you're right where the claps are. If you find yourself not matching the claps, think to yourself, are you a little bit ahead of the beat? Are you a little bit behind the beat? And then adjust to go the other way. So do that until you feel like you can really lock into this tempo. I'm going to do an exercise I do with all my beginning drum students, and that is you're going to do that same clapping or tapping exercise that we just did. And my goal is actually to try and throw you off. So you want to be rock solid. For this one, I'm going to have the metronome on so you can line up with the click. But let's just see how it goes and try and keep that slightly louder pulse on the first out of that set of 4 and try and do it every single cycle. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 2, 3. And now I'm going to try and throw you off. So keep going. Da da ba ba. Da 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 da. Da 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 ba ba ba. Da 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 ba 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 da. Do 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 do. Don't get distracted by what I'm saying or anything I'm doing. Just keep going. And so on and so forth. All right, we'll pause there. So how did you do? Did you get off? Did you kind of lose where you were at? Did you get off from the clicks? And if you did, I would go back and do that exercise a few times. Make sure you can really stick right with it. We're going to try and do the exact same thing, but now I'm not going to give you the assistance of a metronome. I'll give you the groove to start off, but it is up to you to try and keep it going. I'm locked in right at 88 beats per minute, so I'm exactly on. So let's go right at this speed. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, Ready? Go ahead and clap. 1, 2, 2. All right. And now I'm going to drop it, and we're going to and that's the end. There's a good chance that exercise was pretty challenging for you. And there's a reason why. It's because when you hear what I'm doing, you want to lock into whatever you can grasp onto with that. But that's the rhythm. That is the thing that we don't want to be dancing to. We don't want to be feeling the pulse of. The pulse is that thing that's going on underneath. So I want you to go back and to try it again. And when you do it again, be rock solid in that pulse. So as soon as you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or whatever speed we're at, if you hear something that doesn't feel like it quite matches up with what I'm doing, just keep going. Trust yourself, and I think you'll be able to get it. If you manage to make it through all those exercises, that is pretty dang impressive. Now, if you find yourself at a wedding, remember, don't go after the rhythms. You don't want to dance like ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Instead, you want to you find that groove, whatever it's at. And luckily, dance music makes it pretty obvious in most cases. Some rhythms are trickier than others, but if you listen to the bass, sometimes it's just locked right in on that pulse. And I mean, just do a very small movement with that groove. And that's the underlying thing, that if that's automatic, that frees you up to just, do whatever silly dance move you want to do on top of it. For musicians, you're going to want to get that down, because if you're playing music, you don't want to have to think about where beat 1 is. You want to just feel it and immediately be with it. If you're playing with other musicians, knowing where that beat 1 is so important. And having that down means that when you're actually playing notes, you can feel the pulse without having to actually play a note in that spot. And if you're improvising, keeping that form of 4 beats, and then the next step would be to get the groupings of 4 measures at a time, or 2 or 8, but to figure out some longer form that you can automatically understand. And then it starts to all click together in a way that will make your improvisation so much better. Thanks for watching. Go out there and take over that dance floor. Go ahead and improvise on that stage. Have fun, and I'll see you next time. And remember, progress takes time. Keep going. It's worth it.